July 10th. Getting a little bit of a late start today, 7:30. Not real late, but there's a landscaping place that opens at 9, and they have water and snacks and drinks, and since I'm out of water, that's where I need to go. And I made it fine last night. I had drank enough water during the day, so I'm not like dying of thirst or anything from running out of water. I just would really like to have some. So it's 3 miles to the landscapers. So I should get there probably just before 9. I might have to wait a couple minutes before they open. It's mostly downhill this morning, but yeah, that's it. After that, it should be a typical day. Trying to go another 22 miles today. I don't plan on going off the trail today, so hopefully there won't be any extra roadblocks or anything to slow me down, because yesterday was a pretty big day, and today's going to be a pretty big day too. 2 days in a row like that, that's going to be kind of tough, but the weather's great. 60 degrees right now. Dew points in the 50s. I mean, it's great weather. I slept really good last night. First time I heard the coyotes howling. There was 2 or 3 of them. I couldn't quite tell how many there was, but there was more than one. And they were howling for a while. And they didn't get close to me. Not like, I don't think they'd bother me anyway. But, yeah, my first coyotes. And that's about it. Going through a swamp so I can get water. I know. It's kind of funny. I think someone forgot to cut this down. Man, this is this is terrible. Well, at least there's boards to walk through. Well, I'm down the mountain, opened up into this meadow, and I'm just walking along a little hedge line here. And up there, that's where I stayed last night, up on top of that mountain. So this is the landscaping place. They offered us outdoor showers and drinks and food inside, and of course we got water here. It's Native Landscapes, and they're open from 9 to 5 every single day, just so they can be open for hikers. Isn't that nice? So at that landscaping place, I just had a couple sodas and ice cream. And also you saw a whole bunch of people there with blue shirts on. All the hikers there today happen to have blue shirts on. So that was kind of funny. And also that was a train stop that would take you into New York City or wherever. You know, it's just regular train route there. So I found out a little interesting bit of information. The other day, I said that one shelter had water, a well that was contaminated. It wasn't contaminated, but the state of New York decided to just condemn all the wells out here. So all these shelters have wells for water because water's kind of scarce out here. But since New York decided to condemn all the wells, they had to shut them all down. So that's what it was. It's not that they were contaminated. They were just condemned by the state of New York. Way to go, New York. So now we're all dying out here of thirst because can't get water out of a well. But we can drink it out of a stream that runs through a cow pasture. That's okay. But you can't take water out of a well. Anyway, just thought I would clear that up.
Yep. Then just had a lunch break after that last shelter. And now spoiled again with trail magic. So what can you do?
So as you saw, I just came into the state of Connecticut. I won't be here for long. I'm only in Connecticut for 50 miles. So 10, maybe 10 more today, about 15 tomorrow. Maybe 3-4 days from now, I'll be in Massachusetts. So these states aren't very big up here. Knocking them out pretty quick. Feels good. Well, I just got into Connecticut, as you know, and I ran into trail magic. And I probably stayed there too long, so it's getting really late. I've stopped, I think, 3 times now today. Didn't want to do that, but can't pass up trail magic. So this guy actually made everybody bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, even though it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was good. And he had Pepsi or beer. And I had Pepsi, of course. I don't know, drinking beer with bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich just didn't sound right. But I've still got about 10 miles to go, and like I said, it's 2 o'clock, so it's going to be a late day again. If I get too tired, there is a campground about 3 miles sooner than where I was going to go. I might stop there, like I said, if I just get too tired or if it gets just too late. But I've got like, in a couple miles, there's a 1,000-foot mountain to climb, which is the biggest mountain I've climbed in a while. So I just don't know how long that's going to take. So we'll just have to see what happens. Walking along the Housatonic River. All that water, and everybody that we've been passing, and my phone app says, do not drink the water. It's contaminated. Some kind of chemicals are in it. I doubt drinking 1 liter of that water is gonna hurt me, but since everybody's telling me not to, I guess I'll just wait till I find a mountain stream. Like a small mountain stream. Because I guess the bigger rivers around here are all contaminated. I don't know what from, but that's what they're telling me. More of the Housatonic River. 6:45, and that river looked so good. That was the first good looking water I've seen all day that I can actually drink. I mean, that big river looked good, but the comment said don't drink it, so this one is fine. And I just loaded up on 3 liters after drinking a liter, and I've got 1 more mile to the shelter, so it's been a long day. It'll be 22 miles by the time I get to the shelter, and it's going to be after 7 by probably 5 or 10 after 7 by the time I get there. Oh man, long day. Tomorrow's an easy one though, so I wanted to knock the miles out today to make tomorrow easy. So mission accomplished. It's July 11th and I'm just leaving camp. 8 o'clock, getting a late start today, but I don't care because I've only got 12 miles to go today, 12 AT miles, and then about a mile, maybe a little over a mile to get into town, where I'm going to spend the night at a motel, which is good because I feel gross, covered in bites and zits, and I got salt rings all over my shirt. I'm gonna just need to clean my clothes and my body. At least I enjoyed that clean water last night for once. I had some good water, and then when I got to the shelter, there was good water there too. So I loaded up on some more of that this morning, which should last me the whole day. And hopefully I'll be at that motel like 2, 3 o'clock at the latest. And it's just a small little town. There's a gas station and a general store. I'm hoping they have something that I can buy because I'm just about out of food. And there's not a whole lot of options out here except for gas stations. There's just no big towns around here. Oh, last night when I got into camp, there was a guy ahead of me, Falcon, he's from Germany, and he wasn't there. And so I asked around and they said, yeah, he fell down just before he got to the shelter. He fell down right on his face, broke a bunch of his teeth, and got banged up real bad. So he went into town. We're only about 1.5 miles from Kent. He went into town to see if he could get looked at because he wasn't sure if he broke anything or not other than his teeth. So Falcon, I hope you're doing okay. And I think I know right where he fell because I almost fell in the same exact place from what they described. So yeah, people get hurt all the time out here. I feel lucky because I've only fallen once, and I happen to have landed right in a nice soft patch of grass. So I've been lucky. I haven't even had a blister. I mean, a lot of people have blisters and get off the trail. Some people fall down, break whatever, and get off the trail. I'm doing pretty good so far. Slow and steady, that's the way I look at it. I try not to go too fast because that's when I make mistakes. So anyway, I'll just do my 12 today, and hopefully they got decent Wi-Fi there and I can send out some videos. I've been having trouble with that too. These places say they have Wi-Fi, but it doesn't work, or it's so slow that it's useless. So hopefully that'll all work out today. First view of the day. Got to make my way down into that valley and then walk along that river for a while. And then back up into the mountains and then back down into the valley. And then I'm done for the day. Making a quick climb down into that valley. This is pretty fast going down. It's pretty steep. Still going down this mountain. It's leveled off a little bit for me, so it's not climbing down rocks. That's good. But you can see these huge rock faces on the side of the mountain. Hopefully another 20 minutes I'll be at the bottom. Back along the Housatonic River for about 3 miles until I have to climb back up, unless I can trip and fall down. Try not to do that. And at least I have a nice, fairly nice path here along the river. Not too many rocks. It's just the occasional one that I trip on. Well, I got into town, went to the gas station. They didn't have anything, but I got a Mountain Dew and some donuts, of course. I'm gonna get that. And then I walked down a little farther to the general store, and of course they're closed today. But at least the hotel is open. So now I'm going to try to catch an Uber back to Kent, which is where I started this morning. Hopefully I can do some shopping and eat there. So I made it to the Hitching Post Motel. It actually is a nice room. We got my own little fridge and microwave. At the IGA in Kent. The owner of the motel was so nice, he gave us his car because all the restaurants are closed today. So me and another hiker came down to the IGA to do some shopping and get some food. It's July 12. I've decided to take a 0 day here at the motel, I should say. It's a nice motel. And I'm just walking down the road to go to the general store that's actually open today. And just wasn't feeling the greatest today. I mean, I could have walked, but it's also supposed to be really hot and humid and severe thunderstorms afternoon. So I said, what the heck, I'll just take the day off and rest up and miss out on all that heat and rain. And I'll be back at it tomorrow. So I'm just finishing up my 0 day at the motel, and somebody commented they thought I'd be eating meaty food yesterday, but I had all that salad food. So today I'm having 2 pounds of chili, tater tots, and chicken fingers. And then for breakfast I had a gigantic breakfast burrito from that general store. So today I had all the meaty stuff, and yesterday I had the stuff that's actually good for me. And it is really hot out there, so I'm glad I took the day off. And that's about it. I'll just make my one last video tonight, and then I also planned my next 7 days, which I've never done before. I actually went through my hiking app and planned out every shelter that I'm going to go to for the next 7 days, just because I wanted to plan out the shelters that had water. I wanted to plan a day that wasn't 20 miles because I've been doing too many 20-mile days. So most of the days are like 17. I think the longest day is maybe 19 or 20, but this way I can plan it out and not have to worry about where I'm going to go and then all that kind of stuff. But the mountains are going to start getting harder now, so I'm going to have bigger climbs too. So I doubt I'll be doing 20 miles days even if I wanted to. But that's the plan going forward. I think it's a pretty good plan, so we'll see how it works out.